Hello, my name is Dr. Ulbrich. I'm happy to show you a new strategy which is called generic regression. Generic because it can handle all kind of commodities. And for example, here on this little picture, you can see the closing prices of a commodity, these little dots, and the regression. And this is a linear regression, and the regression determines whether the trend is up or the trend is down. And if, for example, an uptrend is measured, then the strategy will go in. If the standard deviation of the regression is going away here in a specific manner, then a long trade will be initiated. And the benefit of this is that you are able to go in the trend on a point where you have the maximum profit, because when the trade goes on further, then it was a good point to step in. What you will see later on is only the entry of the generic regression strategy, and there are other versions. For example, I currently work at a version where the stop is also initiated when the point is left here. And so for this reason, we will see right now only the entry, but the strategy with the exit has the benefit that it does not need so much entries. And I have a third version, and the third version measures the risk. The risk, if you say that you go out on a specific point, you know it before where you want to go out, and then the strategy will not go in if the risk is too much. Now we will look basically at the entry. And what I did here, I combined the entry with a couple of good exits. This is the entry, TVN generic regression. This is an exit, and this exit is a protective exit. The protective exit is not activated right now, but it will go in after. It will go in after an amount of 2000 is reached. It will look back 25 bars and take a protective stop below the lowest point on a long trade, below the lowest point, so that the position is protected. This is a take profit. This is a time exit, and as the strategy can stay in the market for a long time, I recommend to use a time exit on every time. The Vola exit is quite good, and it's a quite easy programming and has only one input, the Vola exit. And the Vola exit, of course, exits a position if the volatility increases. A dollar trail, a quite usual exit, and a close at the end of day, a normal trade station exit, and this again a normal trade station exit. And here on the first chart, I just included all the exits, and just to show that it also works on 5 minutes, I did this here on the S&P 5 minute, and the results are not quite good, but it's a real day trading strategy, and so it also works on day trading because it simply determines where the trend is. And now I will show you some examples of optimizations which I did in August and March 2012. For example, this here is corn, and for corn, $400. Corn is a small contract. $400 is good. You can see the performance graph here, and corn was done in August, so the walk forward result is not so perfect. Here again, the FDAX, I trade the FDAX in my account. I earned money with the FDAX. I optimized the FDAX in March, so which was maybe here, and maybe it's time right now to optimize it again, but it works well. And here on the FDAX, FDAX of course is a big contract. You can see that you need a specific amount of stop loss, but the average trade net profit is very high. I trade the strategy on copper. On copper, this looks quite perfect, and on copper, the average net profit is approximately $1,000, and this is really high for copper. And it really gets money out of the market, because if we look here, for maybe 5 years, we make $261,000. That's a lot for copper. On oil, I trade this strategy on oil. Average trade net profit $500, quite good. Performance graph, quite good also. And I think I also optimized the oil in March. So we have a quite good walk forwards results here from March. And normally I took 5 years back. I assume it's somewhere here, the 5 years back. And as you can see here, it's a 10 years average. I would even assume that if you go only back 5 years, that the average will increase. Then here, for example, the Russell, it's quite good on the Russell. It makes $1,878 on the Russell. And on the Russell, you have the feeling that the strategy never goes out again and is too long in the market. But so this is how it works. If we look here, we see that it has much more winners. And I just want to check average time in trades, 9 trading days. Relatively long, but also successful. What else are and for example here and these strategies, this is not necessarily that the setups are the best. It's just for example, these are just example setups, and what you can see here, for example, is just the regression entry and just the volar exit. And you can see it here, because if you look here, you can see only the entry is on and the volar exit is on. And in most of the cases, you don't need the intra-bar order generation. It will change nothing. For example, here, therefore, that the exit is so easy, the result is quite good. Natural gas, hard to trade, and it's hard to develop strategies for natural gas. But even on natural gas, it's good with $396. And I had also a natural gas strategy running on 15 minutes, which was quite good. And on 60 minutes, the strategy lost money, and I stopped trading gas on 60 minutes. But maybe it's worth to try on 120 minutes or other setups. So altogether, you have here a couple of exits which work quite well with the strategy, and you have a quite good entry. You can check it out yourself. I think it's possible to trade it on every commodity, and I had good results on every commodity. And of course, here on the performance graphs, which looks quite well, I did a number of optimization rounds, and you can do optimization. You can put a check via walk forward. All the inputs are open in the strategy. And I would assume that if you take, for example, here, if you activate, look inside bar back testing, it changes nothing. And if you put in commission and slippage, it changes nothing, because we have a average winner of $1,000 here. We can check it right now. Yes. This is what I want to show you, and so I wish you success with testing of the strategy, and I would appreciate a feedback. Thanks and bye bye.